I feel like I have to hiccup. Alright, so today we have a review and kind of demo on the new NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I know this has taken me literally forever to get up, but we're doing it now. This actually isn't even like new anymore. I feel like this has been out for at least a month now. We're gonna talk about it today. If you want to see the rest of my makeup on my face right now, I do have a Shadow and Schmooze Get Ready With Me, which I'll link over here. I'll also link it in the down bar so you can watch it after this video if you want to. Let's do it. So just the basics, looking on Sephora's website right now, this retails for $48. It does come with a pump. How many shades is there? On Sephora, it looks like there's 20 shades. As far as pale shades goes, it looks like there are kind of 3 that you can go for. The first one is Mont Blanc, and it's light with pink undertones. I kind of Google imaged all of the shades before I purchased the shade that I thought would work for me, and this one looked the lightest. Mont Blanc is like super pink, people were saying, and then Gobi, which is the next lightest shade, is light with yellow undertones. The one I chose is Siberia, which is light with a neutral balance of pink and yellow undertones. I don't think that's true at all. This is a straight up like yellow toned foundation. For someone like me, it's just too yellow. Right now I feel like it doesn't look horrible, but when you go outside in natural lighting, it just looks straight up yellow. So it's an oil-free foundation, and you're supposed to be able to achieve a full coverage face, full natural looking coverage with 1 drop for full lightweight 16-hour wear. So I didn't really find that any of that was true for my skin. Just watching different reviews and stuff, I kind of feel like this is one of those foundations that some people either love or some people absolutely hate and it just doesn't work for them. I think this is totally dependent on your skin and just what works for you. On the box it says that 1 pump of product should be enough for a lightweight full coverage face. That wasn't true for me at all. You guys will see in the demo, but 1 pump gave me pretty light coverage just on one, not even half of my face, just on like my left cheek. 1 pump might be doable for you if you already have really nice skin, but for someone looking for more coverage, I don't think this is the foundation for you. As far as the 16-hour claim goes, I have worn this a couple times for a full day. The thing that really bothered me was that it just settled in all of my lines. It majorly caked up around my nose and then gave me kind of like the mouth lines. I think part of that might be because it's not designed to have basically 2 to 3 layers of it. It sounds like it's just supposed to be 1 lightweight coat. Maybe if 1 pump is enough for your whole face, it wouldn't do that, but again, for someone who needs more coverage, it just didn't work. For more mature skin, I don't think this would be a great foundation. It'll probably settle in your lines. I don't feel like I have a shit ton of wrinkles, but it settles into the ones that I apparently do have that I didn't really know I had. For $48, I think this is one of those foundations that is kind of up to you. You might either love this or it might not work for you. I'll probably be returning this just because I'm not completely in love with it and the shade is just, I feel like, totally off for me. Let me know down below if this was one of the foundations that worked for you or if you didn't like it. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. I think some people really love it and I just wasn't one of those people. So if you want to see how this foundation applies, then you're in the right place. Just keep watching. Alright, so I've already primed my face with the Laura Mercier foundation primer. I've been using this every single day and I actually really like it. I think it was one of the samples from Glambot or something. And we're doing this. My bottle is looking kind of interesting right now. So this is a foundation that you definitely need to shake up first. Make sure that the lid is on super tight when you do this because I actually shook it and it went all over my carpet, so that was fun. You can see it like separating in the bottle, so you do definitely want to shake this thing. You can hear it, it's super liquidy. And it has a pump. A+ NARS. So I'm in the shade Siberia. You'll see this is super yellow on me. I haven't tried the Sheer Glow foundation in Siberia, but I've heard that this is even yellower than that. I wouldn't wear this on its own, but for the sake of the video, I'm gonna wear it for you guys. So when you're working with this foundation, you definitely want to use some kind of palette. Is that the right word? I just used the top of a Bath & Body Works candle. They say that 1 pump is supposed to cover your entire face, but that does not work for me at all. So I put about 3 pumps on the back of here and that's how much you get. That's probably still not enough for my face. You want to put it on something like a palette because this is super liquidy, so if you put it on the back of your hand, it'll just soak right in. I like to use a Sigma F80 brush to blend this in. I've tried the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge and it literally just soaked up everything. So I'm just going to go in and stipple my brush in here. Let's just start. Maybe I should put my mirror over here. So you can see it does a pretty decent job of covering everything, but it definitely looks way more yellow than my neck does. Obviously, still have some issues going on, but it's a lot clearer than when I tried this foundation a few weeks ago. When I did that time, I had to apply about 3 layers to get the kind of coverage to cover acne. Right now it's doing a pretty decent job, but I still would probably go in with a light second layer. But I used pretty much 3 pumps on half of my face, not even half of my face. So if I was just using a pump for all this, it wouldn't cover anything. I'm going to do 1 pump on the other side so you can just see how much it would cover. So you can see the difference. A lot more is showing through on this side. This side looks a lot more flawless. This is kind of one of those foundations where in certain lights the tone, the yellow tone looks okay, and in other lights your face just looks straight up yellow. So I'm putting 1 pump for my forehead. Let's just see how much that covers. It settles really strange on my forehead. Like all of my bumps and all of my pores are completely emphasized. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's not looking too hot on my forehead. If you have any dry patches whatsoever, it's just clinging straight to it. Alright, so this is what the foundation looks like with 1 application. I probably used 6, 7 pumps total on my face. 1 pump they say is supposed to cover your entire face. That might work if you have perfect skin to begin with. For someone that needs a full coverage foundation and has acne or acne scarring and redness that you need to cover, this probably won't do anything with 1 pump. Put 1 more pump out and just go over the spots that need a little more help. Yeah, it just does not sit well on my forehead at all. I don't know what's going on. The second layer definitely looks shittier than the first layer did. So here's the coverage that I got with basically 2 layers. I can still see my freckles. I can still see some acne scarring peeking through over here. And it just looks really crappy on my forehead. If you have any dry patches, it completely clings to it. Around my nose, it kind of has lines. So I'm going to apply the rest of my face makeup and eye makeup, and I'll be right back. Alright, so the rest of my makeup is on. It does look a lot better with everything else on. It doesn't look as like noticeably yellow, but as far as the actual formula goes and how it's looking on my face, it just doesn't look great. Like I feel like it's emphasizing my dry spots. I already have lines around my nose and my mouth. I also found that on me, without a setting spray, it doesn't look super dewy at all. If anything, it looks more of like a matte natural finish on my skin. I do find that when I use my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Setting Spray, it helps to kind of do things up a little bit and look more natural. For the sake of the video, I didn't use that so you can just see what it looks like. I'm going to do a close-up right now so you can see kind of the lines and stuff I'm talking about. I don't know, I'm just kind of like blah. So I hope this review was helpful for you and you got to see how it looked on my face. Sorry that this took literally forever for me to get up. A lot of stuff is going on. Comment down below with any foundations that you want to see a review on next. I will be reviewing the Hard Candy Glamouflage foundation, so that will probably be coming up next, but let me know down below what other foundations you guys want to see. Again, I do have a get ready with me video on the look I'm wearing right now, so if you want to see how I got the rest of my makeup, I'll link that video at the end so you can go and watch that. Love you guys, thanks for watching, see you in my next video, bye.